Hello and welcome to a game of Frozen Synapse 2. I'm going to do a little commentary for you. This is Beck playing as Messier, playing against my friend Collin as HunterKiller. So we're going to kind of watch the overview of this game, then I'm going to back it up and go a little more slowly, and I want to just try to talk about kind of the overall strategy and maybe a few interesting moments, which there were definitely a few. And then we're going to hear from Collin himself and get his perspective on this. So without further ado, let me start this up and we'll just watch the top level replay. This is a disputed game, which means on turn 4 some boxes are going to appear, which we need to collect with our units and then escape to one of these gray exit zones that you see. So there's the boxes. At this point we've each lost a guy, and right now you're going to see my guys kind of dance around and try to dodge these rockets, which can really land almost anywhere. You see my flamer trying to engage his shoddy trying to engage my flamer. Here I've got a little 2-on-1 situation that is really scary. Lose my rockets here, or my gunner to the rocket finally, but at the same time managed to pick up 3 crates and start making my way towards the exit. Will I get there? It's going to be close because his rockets can easily pick me off, and they do about a foot from the exit, but luckily I kept my shotgun nearby and managed to escape. So I won this game, but let's back it up because I want to talk about my kind of strategy here. So, okay, let's talk about turn 1. Really, I'm just looking for a good position here. I try to fan out to avoid losing multiple people to the rocket. I pick up a kill on his grenadier here, which I was not expecting. That was pretty lucky for me. And I don't know, maybe swung things in my favor kind of throughout the whole game. But you can see that he's established a really strong position up here with his gunner behind this cover and his rocketeer just launching rockets endlessly from behind this tree. I can't really do anything about that. Like, I don't have any long range. He can easily win an engagement with me while he's behind this cover, and then he's constantly threatening to take out anyone standing close to a wall. So I thought he had really strong position here. You can see my flamer come very, very close to picking off his shoddy. I'm sure he planned for that. I'm sure that was no mistake. But right now I'm really scared because I don't know where his shoddy is, and I lose my gunner there. That was pretty bad. I thought I was behind this cover, and I just wasn't behind it enough. Meantime, I'm going to back it up a little bit. I'm trying to assault his position. Like I said, it's such a strong position, but I have my shotgunner who's very fast. But in Frozen Synapse 2, with the introduction of the focus diamond, I actually can't get the jump on him here. If he sees me coming, he can put that diamond on the doorway, and he will definitely take me out if I try to exit through there. So I never felt like I really did have the jump on him, and I was always afraid of a rocket taking me out. So you'll see that I come up here to try to assault him and then just run away. And now I'm really getting stymied by this positioning that he's maintained. He's really, really frustrating me with this position where he's just constantly launching rockets. I'm always like stressed about losing a guy to a rocket. So this is just really great positioning from him. And now I guess you saw the boxes appeared. That's what these are. On turn 4, I'll back it up actually, we each kind of got an easy one. He's got this one and I've got this one. I will say this one was not 100% easy for me to grab because I thought his gunner would have been chasing me. I think if we back it up to turn 3, I thought once my flame turned off, he would just come right for me. But you can see he plays much more conservatively and doesn't do that. So I'm dodging rockets over here. I do go to pick this up. I was really worried about getting picked off. Oh no, I'm sorry. At this point I saw his gunner up here, so I knew that he wasn't nearby. So I knew I had the time to pick that up. And then I thought, well, he's going to be coming for me, and the best way for a shoddy to do that is through these houses, not out in the open. So I shot it here, hoping to pick him off, but of course he's wise to that, and I don't get him. Now, while this guy continues to dance around, I'd really like to focus in on this engagement because I thought this was the highlight of the match and really cemented its status in the Hall of Fame of matches. So we have this really, really tense moment here where I'm so afraid that he's going to jump my flamer. So I'm trying to protect my flamer with the shotgunner. This positioning was very precise, and even though I'm aiming at this doorway, I believe it allowed me to cover this doorway as well. And he comes so close to going through there, and then he does this quick pivot move where he thinks I'm coming for him and doesn't know which way. I move up and really risk it here, put myself into danger to pick up these 3 winning boxes, or sorry, 2 more. If I get 3, then I can exit with them, then I'll win. Luckily, I have this here covering me in just this narrow band of cover where I can duck and hope that he can't see me approach. So that's what I do here. I move up, and I stay real close to my flamer here and just stand still. And I know as long as my shotty is just standing still, I'll win an engagement. And sure enough, his gunner just runs right into the focus diamond, which was more fortunate than I could have ever hoped for. But I knew, you know, even just standing still, I knew that I have the advantage. As long as I'm standing still, if he runs at me, I should be able to take him out. And that's what happened there. Now all I need to do is exit. And I've got a number of choices here to exit to. This one's obviously the closest, but I was very, very afraid of him rocketing this area and taking me out. And I was afraid of the gunner coming over here to protect it as well, although you can see he kind of hedged his bets, putting the gunner protecting this space and the rocket more focusing on this one. And that may have been to his opposite of benefit. That may have been bad for him, but he does pick off my carrier right before he gets to the exit, but luckily I did hedge for that and kept my shotgunner nearby. And with that, I know my shotgun is fast enough. I do a couple ducks here to break any focus fire potentially from the gunner, and manage to get out just before that rocket comes in and maybe kills me. So there you go. That does it. That was our game, one of our best. And now let's hear from Collin and get his perspective.
Hi, this is Collin, playing as HunterKiller, here to give commentary on my latest match with Beck, playing as Messier. The game mode was Dark Disputed, where we vie for position until boxes appear on the 4th turn, then try to extract a majority of the boxes to win. Dark means we don't have knowledge of the enemy's location without line of sight outside of the beginning of the match. The map layout consisted of a variety of buildings along the edges and an open field with several pieces of cover. With a 4-man team of a gunner, rocket, shoddy, and toxic grenade, I initially focused on 3 different tactics. My gunner and toxic grenade were focused on zone control, my rocket on disruption, and my shoddy on offense. Turns 1 to 3 came with mixed results. I failed to properly vet my toxic grenade's initial route, and he was picked off in turn 1. And my early rockets didn't catch an enemy by surprise or reveal their position anymore. But I did get my shoddy to the far right room in turn 2, and place my gunner behind very advantageous cover, picking off an enemy gunner in turn 3. Turns 4 to 6 saw the boxes appear, one near my shoddy with little risk to him, so I decided to run it in, only to discover between turns that running it in removes that unit from the game, so I pulled out and again moved him along the right. The focus also shifted to the left side of the map, where an enemy shoddy and gunner used the rooms to advance. These turns contained very nuanced movements for my gunner, who had to simultaneously act as an anchor against a shoddy rush and maintain a field of fire. As this was dark mode, I knew the enemy shoddy and gunner were to the left, but little more than that. My rocket continued his barrage that did not kill any enemies, but did help clear walls and cover that gave me a better field of view and sever the left side as a viable option for the enemy. Turns 7 to 9 moved to the field. The enemy gunner made one more fatal push left, to the joy of my rocket, and as I saw the enemy shoddy move back to his flamer, I moved my gunner to a more forward central position. In that process, I saw the flamer move towards the boxes in the field. Given the flamer's abilities, I played the gunner very conservatively. Conversely, my shotty continued his push. By turn 8, I knew the flamer was moving out, but had no clue where the shotty was. In any case, I needed to cut off the flamer's advance before he burned my gunner and negated my rocket by blowing up mid-air projectiles. I prepared my shotty for an altercation with the enemy shotty near the doorways, but I did not predict him to so closely cover the flamer's 6, leading to my shotty's death in turn 9. In turns 9 to 12, the cards were on the table. The flamer wasn't providing cover, he was the carrier with majority of the boxes, and my shotty had lost the duel. I shot a rocket in the hopes that I would catch the flamer trying to take the quick route to the less exposed exit. It didn't work, but did open a hole. If the carrier tried to go right, my gunner could focus fire him. If he went left, my rocket could catch him before he got to the exit. Despite stopping the flamer, the enemy shotty picked up the boxes and outran my second salvo, giving Beck the victory in what was definitely the best game we've played so far in Frozen Synapse 2.